Hello everyone. So in this video I'll going to show you how to do the simulation of a given circuit and this of a given specification in digital design flow. Fine, that too using Cadence tool. So basically we have seen the digital design flow of a given specifications, right? So in a VLSI, so the digital design flow goes like this, right? The specifications, then architectural design, RTL design, RTL verification, and the synthesis. So these steps comes in the front end design, and the rest is the DFT, that is design for testability, for planning. All these things will come in the back end design, right? So now I'll going to talk about how to do the simulation, right, using Cadence tool for a given specifications, right, by writing the RTL code for that, right. So in this video, so only the simulation part will be discussed, and the later so we'll discuss the synthesis also. Okay, what we do using now Cadence tool, so what we have to supposed to do is the flow goes like this. So basically the Cadence tool will resides in this path, so home Cadence. Fine. In home Cadence, so you will going to create your own directory. So most preferably you can use your name, or maybe if you use your USN, it is better. File like this, an example as I've given here, right? So inside this you will going to create this. Then below that, inside the directory, you will also going to create 4 more subfolders, that is RTL, name RTL, then you will going to create one more subfolder TCL, then library and work. So and I also given its importance, so why we have to create 4 more subfolders in digital design flow initially, because see RTL folder, so we will going to write RTL codes, right, for a corresponding specification. So all the codes, the file code extension will be like this, something and get dot v, extension will be dot v. So all these Verilog files will be stored in RTL folder. Fine. And so once we go for synthesis, we are also going to write the synthesis is done using a TCL file or TCL scripting, right, tool command language scripting. So for that, so the extension of file is .tcl. So that's why all the TCL scripting files will be stored in TCL folder, and all the necessary libraries that are important for the synthesis and design, so that will be stored in library folder. And whatever the work that we're going to do for a corresponding RTL and TCL scripting files, all the execution of RC commands, then generating the reports, all these things, saving the reports, so all these things done in the work folder. So that's why, so we have 4 subdirectories created under my directory. Fine. So this is the process. Initially we have to do this. In the later side, it is not necessary. The same thing you already created. Inside that you can create you can go to write a new file, then you can execute it. Okay, we'll start from the beginning. So first you have to right click, then open the terminal. So you have to open in terminal, because Linux is that. So open in terminal. In this, the first command is csh. It's basically the first command is csh. Csh is stands for C shell. So it's basically to to support the application, Cadence application. That means to run your application or a Cadence application on the kernel. So this will create a bridge, C shell. So basically it will be in bash shell, so that in order to support the Cadence tool on the kernel, so on the OS, so you have to invoke C shell. Fine. So here all the codes, all the files will be written in C files, so all the variables, everything, so that will support the Cadence tool. So basically C shell acts as a bridge between the application and the kernel. So next command is source cshrc. Fine. So once you execute this source cshrc is actually having all the commands and all the tools related commands or library related commands and design environment related commands. So that has to be executed first. So why? Because in order to use the Cadence tool, so you have to invoke, you have to set all the design libraries that are required, all the design environment that are required in the Cadence tool. To invoke that, we use source csrc. Now when you type this, when you execute this command, you'll see this: welcome to Cadence training. So if you see, this means you have invoked Cadence tool properly. Fine. So initially the default path will be in desktop. Fine. So as I said, so what we have to do, we have to create the default home directory to this home Cadence, because Cadence default directory or path is this. Fine. So how to set this? We do this. Close tab. Okay. Now to set, cd space slash home slash Cadence. So now for VLSI lab Cadence tool, we have set the default directory. Now the next step is we have to create our own directory for the saving all the data in my directory. Fine. For that, how to create the directory is mkdir. So this is make directory folder. In the make directory, you create the name. Fine. Let me give my name, or you can give any name. So I'll give VLSI lab. So I have created a name for a corresponding directory. Once I give that, so the corresponding directory will be created with this name. So now the next step is, once you created the directory with your name, so you have to enter into this folder. Inside this directory, you have to create 4 more subdirectories with the name RTL, TCL, library and work. So how to create? Now I am in home Cadence. So if you want to check the path, you can check pwd. This is to show the path. My path is now this, as home Cadence. But inside, what I have to do, I have to go to inside my directory, that is VLSI lab directory. Inside that I have to create 4 more folders. So what I'll do, again, to enter into my folder, cd VLSI lab. Now it is showing the path. Now I am in my directory. Now here I have to create 4 more subfolders or subdirectories: RTL, TCL, library and work. So what I'll do, I'll create here using same thing, make directory mkdir. So with the name RTL space TCL space library space work. Fine. So you can create no individually, like using make directory RTL execute, then make directory TCL execute. You can create like that also, or you can create how many number of folders you want or directories you want, directly you can create with a space. Now if I enter, so 4 folders are created, 4 subfolders are created. You can check. So to check how many folders or subfolders are created inside this folder, so you can check that also. If that command is ls, if you give ls, it will show. See, so inside my directory VLSI lab, there are 4 subdirectories available. Now what I have to do, so once you do this, the next step is, so you have to create the RTL code for the corresponding specification, right? That means you're going to write the Verilog code for that, right? So where I have to save that file? Inside the RTL folder, right? Because all the Verilog files will be stored in RTL folder. So where I am now, I am in VLSI lab. So inside this I have to enter into RTL folder, then I have to execute I have to write the RTL code. Right, now what's the next step? cd space RTL. So now if I enter, I am in RTL folder. Here I will going to write the corresponding VLSI, sorry, Verilog code for the corresponding design, uh, especially the synthesizable code. Fine. How do we write that? In order to write, so you have to use gedit command. So gedit command is the command to invoke the file editor window. Fine. So gedit, so with the command you have to give the file name also. Let me give a simple name. Let me give experiment for AND gate. I am doing a simulation for AND gate, so I'll give AND gate. AND gate, and the file extension you should give, that is very much important. The file extension is .v. So why? Because I am writing a Verilog code. So to invoke the file editor, the command is gedit. Fine. Okay. Now if I enter, file window will appear, editor window will appear. Fine. Now I'll write the simple Verilog code for AND gate. So module, let me give the module name, and gate, in the bracket I have to write all the input outputs ABC, then input A comma B, then output is C. Now so the equation is for C is equal to A and B and end module. A simple code, right? I have written the simple code that is for AND gate. And remember, so better the best practice is whatever the module name that you give, please give the same name for file name also, because when we go for simulation, there it will give you the module names, so there you may get confused with your file name and the module names. So better, the best practice is to give the same name for file name as well as module name. Okay. Now I will save this file. Now my file andgate.v is saved in my RTL folder. Now I will close this. Now I have written the code, RTL code for AND gate. But so in order to do the simulation, in order to check it's working, for because AND gate has got different combinations, input combinations, right? So for two inputs will have, so 1 1 1 0 0 1 and 0 0. So you have four combinations. So I have to check for all the combinations, right? For whether this is working properly or not, because the code I have written, right? To check the simulation, I have to write the its test bench code, right? So to write the test bench code, again the same test bench code will be saved in the same folder, because it is also end with .v file, because it is also Verilog code only, right? So how do we do that? Again gedit, to write the test bench code, gedit, and I'll give a different name for gedit file. Let me give AND gate dot test dot v, because I need to have a difference between my test RTL code as well as test bench code, right? This test bench code is for writing the, so for checking the simulation whether the code working properly or not. Fine, for all the combinations of input. For that I have used gedit and gate underscore test dot v. Now I'll type S. My test code is open. Now I have to write my test bench here. Okay, how do we write that? Test bench code is very simple. Okay, let me write that, and gate test.v. So I will take and have written, fine, and gate underscore test.v, right? And remember the module name should be same. So whatever the module you have used there, because I'm recalling the module here, right? So AND gate have used. Now I will going to save this file also, right? Both the files have saved, right? Close this. Now I have created andgate.v RTL code and its corresponding test bench code. Both I have written and saved under RTL folder. Now what we have to do in order to do the simulation, so I will going to use the GUI. It is called as NC launch. NC Launch is the GUI that actually supports for a larger circuit simulation. So the NC Launch is the GUI. So here you can do the larger circuit simulations. Fine. Okay. Now when you give the NC Launch, so this window will appear. Fine. Under NC Launch, here you can see. So in the left side you see the directory folders, in the right side you can see all the working folders means whatever the corresponding libraries and its supporting libraries, all these folders will be in the right side, and the bottom side the NC Launch report section will be there, means when you run the code and all these things, so you will see the reports here. Fine, that means it's successfully executed or not, and all these things we'll see here. Right, and corresponding tools with respect to NC Launch you can see on the top. So in the tools section. Fine. Okay, now what is the first step is go to file, here under file create new directory, sorry, in under file you go to set design directory. This is my folder. Fine. So in the design directory folder, sorry, section, so what you did, so we go to file, in the file go to set design directory. In the set design directory, so you have to set the design directory in the file name. Fine. So how do we do that? Here select three dots, here you can see under this design directory, so you have to select your folder. So by default it will be having different folders, you have to select your directory. For that what you have to do is, here you can see the three dots in front of this design directory, click on this, a new window will appear. Here you have to select your design directory, that is your name, VLSL. In my case it is VLSL lab folder. Inside that I have created RTL. RTL folder I have to select in that. Okay, so how do we select that? Here you can see some arrow mark, folder like structure. If you to click on this, so it will show where you are going to. So your design directory path it will show here. Now still I am in test 3. Click one more time. Now I have come into home cadence, home/cadence. Here I have created my folder, right? My folder name is VLSI lab. Here you have to search for that. See, I'll search for it. Test. Okay, here I have created. This is my VLSI lab folder. So double click on that. You can see all the folders that I have created: library, RTL, TCL, and work. Now select RTL, just one click, select RTL and click OK. Now you have selected your design directory that you have created, right? So home, cadence, VLSI lab, RTL. You can see the path now. So once you set the design directory path, so you can see in the below of that you can see the library mapping file, right? Here the same design directory folder will be there. So below that you can see something called as create cds.lib file. Fine. So you have to create on that. Click on create cds.lib file. If you click on that, you can see one more a new window will appear, that is cds.lib file. So click on save. So it will ask for one more CDS, or it will ask for how do you like to configure the cds.lib file. Select include default libraries and click OK. Fine. So click, that's all. So once you select the design directory and you created cds.lib file, basically cds.lib file is having all the design directories or design libraries that will helpful for the NC Launch. That means it will give you the paths, fine, for your design directory. So it will try to create the path for all the tools that are required for you to simulate. Fine, for that you have to create a cds.lib file. Fine, so it will have the path or the path information for all the libraries that are required for you to simulate. Fine. So that is mandatory, you have to create, otherwise the simulation can't be done. So you will create that and you will click OK. Now if you click on that, in the left side you can see you have two folders, andgate.v and andgate_test.v. both the files I have created. These are the files created by me and that I have saved here. Fine. Now what you have to do, select andgate.v, right? So here you have to run the compiler to check the errors, whether the error is there or not in my code. For that, so click on select andgate like this, one click. Then on the toolbar, tool section, here you can see something called as vlog. Fine. It is basically the Verilog compiler. Fine. So if you click on that, so it will run the my Verilog code. That is the AND gate I have written now, so that will run now. So if there are no errors, it will not going to give any errors in the report section, right? So here there is no errors, so it has given so run successfully. Now same thing for my test bench also. So AND gate test.v, I will do the compile. So it is also launched clearly, it has also verified clearly, no errors in that also. So once you do this, in the right side you can see something called as worklib file, right? Here you can see the worklib folder, right? So in the left side you can see some plus mark in that. If you click on that, right, so both the modules will be created, AND gate module as well as AND test module. Fine. So what you have to do is select AND gate module first, because with respect to AND gate.v, AND gate module, then come back to here on the tool section. Here's one more, the menu will, sorry, icon will created, so that will be, so means enabled, so that is nothing but the elaborator. Fine. So this, click on that. So this is for elaborating the design. I'll tell you when we go for synthesis. Again same thing, select AND test and elaborate. So once you do this, once you do the elaboration, then below this worklib folder you can see something called as snapshots. Fine. So in the left side you can see the plus mark, click on that. Fine. Now it will create two module folders. One is with respect to AND gate, that means with respect to RTL code, and one is with respect to test module, right? So now what we have to do is, because in order to check the simulation we need this test module or the test bench module, right? Now you have to select this test bench module, that is worklib.and_test module. Select this, then come back to tools, tool section. Here you can see launch simulator, click on that simulator. So once you set the simulator, click on the simulator, a simulation environment will appear. So this is the welcome message, right? You can just close this, I can close here, right? This is a welcome message, and this can also console, you can also close that. Fine. Now this is my console, so this is my simulation window. Fine. This is basically SimVision, the tool that we use is SimVision. Fine. So this window will appear, just I have maximized it. Now here under simulator your test bench code module will appear, that is C, in this case, and test. If you click on that, in the right side all the objects that are using inside your AND test module will appear. So here we have used 3 objects, 2 inputs and 1 output. This will appear. Now you have to select all these 3 objects using control, you can select, right? So I have selected all 3. Fine. Using control, select all 3, then right click on the objects, right click, then you can find the section called as option called as send to waveform window. Fine. Click on this, send to waveform window. so waveform simulation window will appear like this. See, it will appear like this. Now what you have to do, you have to set the simulation time, then you have to run the simulation. So what I did, so I selected this, a module, then I selected all the three modules, so objects, then right click, then I set send to waveform window. This is the option, send to waveform window. Now simulation window will appear. Here I have to give the simulation time for my test bench code. Here I can see, can you see this? There is something arrow mark. Fine, this is the run window, right? Here beside that you have small bottom arrow mark is there, right? So you can click on this. If you click on that, it will show to set the some values. So it's basically the simulation time or the time specified. So that time you can specify here. You can see run the simulation for the time specified here, right? So here in my code, I think the delay that I have given is only 5 milliseconds, 5 nanoseconds. Basically this delay will be in nanoseconds, right? Even in the this is also, it is in nanoseconds. So for more 4 combinations I can give up to 40 milliseconds, so nanoseconds, right? Because I have 4 combinations, each combination needs 10 nanoseconds, means for 4 combination 40 nanoseconds is more than enough. Let me give for 50 nanoseconds. Now once you give the simulation time, you can run the simulation. This is the simulation run option. If you click on that, the output will appear. Now how to check for input and output? Now you can click on this. Once you click on left click, fine, so it will put the marker, right? To put the marker, just one left click, it will put the marker. Now you can see ABC cursor. See, now for ABC 0, AB 0, C will be 0, right? Now for different combinations, for A equal to 0 and B equal to 1, C is 0, correct. For both are 1, C will be 1, yes, it's showing correct. And for both are 1 0, output is 0, right? So for all the combinations, my AND gate is giving the proper answer. That means my RTL code is correct, right? Now that means what? I have successfully simulated, right? My code is working properly, fine. So this is the step for simulation code, fine. So what I did, I set the design directory, then I created, and then I run. So in the right side I used elaborated the design, then I selected AND test module. Don't select AND gate, fine, you have to select AND test module. Then I send it to environment simulation environment window. There I selected all the components, then I did the simulation, fine. So this is the simulation part for your code. So this is the beginning steps. Once you do this, in the next you can directly go to your directory, that is RTL code, directly here. Then you can create your own folders for, sorry, your own files for different experiments, then you can run, fine. So I hope it is clear. So thank you.